What's up, everybody? Welcome to Planet-Pepe. Let's talk about the Temptations, vocal group from the '60s from Detroit, I believe. They came from all around the country, but I think they formed in Detroit. So there's a couple layers to this video that I. Okay, first of all, I respect the hell out of the Temptations. I really do. I think that they did so much for music and, for like the progression of music. I have nothing but respect for them. Can I call myself a fan? I mean, I'll give like a very loose yes to it because they got some great songs. I mean, My Girl obviously is amazing. Papa Was a Rolling Stone that to this day is one of the best songs of all time. I mean, that is, excuse me, that is like up there, like big time. I don't. They were. I'll say positive things about them first. They were again. They have great songs. They were choreographed well, like the like kind of singing and dancing at the same time thing. They were like really good at that in terms of performing. I love the movie. I mean, I don't know if you've ever seen The Temptations, the movie. You gotta check it out. It is such a good movie. It's a long movie, and I don't mean that as a bad thing. It's like it takes its time. It really kind of, I remember I watched that when I was like literally like 8, 9 years old, and I was blown away by it. I love that movie. That movie was so good. It still is. I haven't seen it in a couple years, but like it's really good. I mean, their main members, Otis Williams, I think Ron Tyson, Terry Weeks. I think that like there's like a core group of them, but. The one thing I will say, or a couple things I will say that I don't love about them is, first of all, I don't think they really wrote many of their own songs. I think they had like a ghost. I think like their producer like wrote some songs for them, or they had someone else kind of like write other songs for them. And they actually, I'll give them this. They struggled at first, like for a while. They struggled to get famous. And like really kind of make a name for themselves, but they stuck with it and eventually it clicked. I will say that the name The Temptations is an awesome band name. That is such a cool, like badass band name. I love it. That's like such a cool name. And in the movie, they were waiting to like audition or something, and they were like throwing around a football outside of like this studio outdoors, and they were just tossing names, no pun intended, tossing like names back and forth to each other. They're like, well, how about this, how about that, how about this, how about that, and when it got down to it, I think it was Otis Williams who was just like The Temptations, and like it's like that is a fucking awesome awesome band name. I love it. But they have had, I mean, they're still active today, which is a surprising, like, it's like, if you even look up on Google, like, it's like from like 1960 something to present, like they're still going, which I found shocking. But they've had so many band members run through, and if anyone, I mean, I've ripped on other bands for having a lot of like, what's it called, like a lot of band members, and I don't like that because I think that shows inconsistency. Like they've had maybe like 15-20 band members run through over the years, and they even addressed that in the movie, where they're just kind of like, it's like there's gonna be more ex-Temptations than there are current Temptations. Like there was a core, but like they ran through a lot of singers over the years, and I don't love that with any band. I'm not a fan of that. But they did a lot for music. They were great in for history, American history, and they really were. They were progressive and again choreographed really well. So yeah, I mean, I'm gonna give them nothing but like 100% respect. In terms of being a fan, I'll lean towards I'm a fan, but again, very lightly, like very loosely, just something, I think that they're more like historical, and I don't mean that in like an old sense, but I think they're more of a staple for me than I am like a fan of theirs, if that makes sense. So anyway, I mean, I'll cut it here. Me and Stormcloud hanging out. Yeah, and yeah. All right, Planet Pepe, everyone. Peace.